Hello guys, how are we getting on? Welcome on in for the next part of Final Fantasy 16. Last time we had the epic clash between Titan and Ifrit, which went very well. It was a very cool fight. That has resulted in the end of Drake's Fang and Hugo Kupka. If you couldn't tell from the title of this stream, anyway. We've just told everyone at the Hideaway that Kupka's dead, and we're now going back to the old Hideaway, I believe, to where Sid is buried.
If I don't come up with something soon.
With Mid.
All right, Clive. What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
Oh, we're in Star Trek.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Of course there
Good
is.
old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching.
Wait,
The
what?
stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
That would help.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Okay. Where does that lead? Is this just a dead end? There's a quicker way.
Editor started reading. I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters.
That's cute.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Oh, thank God I don't have to fetch them.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them.
Oh, of course.
There's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcro. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up.
Looks like I'm going to the
One of us
Valkyrie.
will probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with.
Nice bit of renown for this one as well.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good on the fire. You don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcro. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcro, eh? That's down past Alamill. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me. I like to see him try.
In your own time.
Oh, I forgot there was optional side quests. Seeing as there's one there, which is where I need to go, I will do the one in Lost Wing first, I think. Because it'd be rude not to. The other two I can do while I'm there.
Good day to you.
Hello. I wonder if Jill's with me again. She said she was back with the party.
Crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village.
Done.
Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Sure.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
I'll get this one done first.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but None of them have seen anything either.
Right. Thanks anyway.
Okay.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
She's sweeping a dirt path.
You have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then.
Okay, don't need to speak to the
What
third
do you say,
one.
Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
I thought Jill was supposed to be with us again. I'm going the right way, aren't I? Yeah.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive. This one.
Decent bit of experience. I like it.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
I wasn't sure if I could just skip those steps, but I'm glad I could. Oh.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back.
I mean, I can take
And
it.
bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth.
It would help.
I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless.
Oh, it's like Britain.
And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral.
God damn.
He had my entire family slaughtered. And
Brutal.
he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own.
That's why he's been helping bearers.
I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion.
This is
we know
cool.
where he hides, how numerous and well trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Okay. Wait, you can't end it there.
I'm not going to change his mind.
I mean, you could help. But apparently that's not on the cards. Not on the cards at all. Okay. So I'll do use your loaf first. It was a very simple side quest that gave a lot of exposition. I just expected a little bit more follow-up from it.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. And that's where I'll start.
But there's a hunt down there. Quite a vicious hunt as well.
Oh, where did all the men have got there?
Plates and pots!
Okay, I don't think he's there. He might be in the spring.
It's gone. That can't be true.
Oh no, he is in the jaw. I really hope he's not next to that hunt. That would be terrible timing. Oh, that bit's open. I'll find out where it leads in a minute. Because I am curious.
The Mother Crystal. Lines.
Okay, so the turn circle of the chocobos isn't great. That's going to be him there.
Thanks, Gal. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. Now look at her.
Now it's just quite a
I take it
quite
you
a nice
missed the Mother
crate.
Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as iron. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone.
It's a weird Stockholm syndrome
She's
type
never
thing.
coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Day by day.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You have opened my eyes.
Bye.
Wait.
Right.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
I'm intrigued as to where the hunt is. Oh, that's him. So if I go get that item, it'll start the fight. Which is something I do not want to do.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely need Jill for when I do that fight. Also probably need about 5 more levels. But before we speak to the baker again, does North Terraces? Let's explore, because this bit's new. You watch me walk right into a hunt. Leg eater, love it. Okay. Oh, this is a big area. Interesting little dead end. For naught but Gil. I'm expecting a fight that I can't win at the end of this. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, an item. Oh, it's just a wolf den. Ah! No, it's not. Oh, balls. Oh, it's only a rank C. Yeah, we can handle a rank C. I knew there'd be something here. I got suckered in.
Time for the package. Let me introduce you to mine.
If these keep coming, I'm going to be very impressed.
And then there was one.
Nah. Nice. That was up 32 as well.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Wasn't too bad at all, actually. I expected a bit more from it. I'm glad I went looking for it, though. Hey, Liam. What on earth is Notorious Mark Slain? So, thank you for the hydrate. Basically, similar to how Final Fantasy XII had hunts, so more difficult enemies that you could fight for, like, more powerful loot. This one's got Notorious Marks. How did Mark Slain become notorious? I don't know, you'll have to find him and ask him.
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Ah.
No,
there
I'm
you
intimidated.
are.
What,
Man who
because of
lit
his
a fire
notoriety?
under My wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it.
Hmm.
A perfect likeness of the Fang herself.
Looks alright, actually.
Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs,
Ooh, baking.
hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Sure. I literally just spoke to him. Okay, that should be all of the optional quests. Yep.
They're quite sought after.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
There he is.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do
Beautiful
with it,
river.
though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
I bet you anything, I only have to pick up 3.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, 5.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
I'm guessing I just keep following the river. Nope. Nice easy fetch quest.
Should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Gav is no doubt in trouble, because he usually is.
You finished? How much did you get?
Some.
Enough. I hope.
You win.
Yeah.
That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
At least 3 streams.
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the Hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Is this where it automatically makes me travel there? Or can I explore? I can explore. Okay. So this leads to 2 different places, and I've not been to either. So let's fight our way to the northern one. Okay, that's where I'm going, I think. Yeah. No enemies that way.
There was a time this path was guarded day and night by Lord Kupka's men.
Well, I've
But
killed
now
Lord
they've
Kudka.
Back to the Fang, leaving us lesser mortals at the mercy of whatever bloodthirsty beasts they say nested beyond.
Oh, I'm definitely going in. I'll regret it, but I'm going in. I can always run away. Dracos Deep. Holy shit, it's a fucking labyrinth. Some grateful bitches, right? I'll see what the enemies are like, and then I'll try the southern route, because this labyrinth is going to take a lot to explore, I think.
Get him.
Okay, well they give a lot of XP, which is good. Yay. Oh Christ, they're as strong as I am. What's going on? Holy fuck. Okay, so I'm not strong enough to go into that area. That was a normal fight, that wasn't a boss or anything. Does it count it as explored? Yes. So we'll quickly check south. But this time we'll take the chocobo, because it's much faster. You saw me die. Well, missed me die, rather. And that was it. A bomb,
Come on.
strangely, blew up.
Yeah.
And it took me with it. To be fair, I've only died twice so far in this game. You have been here for both of them as well, Liam. More scorpions. Let's just run past them. I'm intrigued as to what's up here. That's a fucking dragon. That's a dragon. Oh, bollocks. According to this, there's a way up. Doesn't look like it. Let's go back. I was wondering if there'd be many more game overs. I'm surprised how far through the game I got without any.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often.
I mean, I did most of it.
Sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
I mean, I've actually done it all.
I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Nice bit of renown.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Sure.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Good for her, I suppose.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course.
Oh, of course.
For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you
That means
see
nothing
the
to me.
mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone, To achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass,
I've just
near
been there.
Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence
It's
there.
a dragon or something.
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Okay. Now back over to Lorbert's Pass. Actually, if I take that one, I can fight things on the way. Such as these spitters. Oh, only level 13. Feel a bit bad.
This one.
That was excessive, Sid. 8 experience. God, it's not going to be worth doing these fights at all. Now, how big's this unwanted guest? .6'5".
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
I'm expecting a Minotaur.
I'll be right back.
I don't know why. Something about this area just screams it's going to be Minotaur.
Anybody home?
Ooh, a Mad Eye.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
hell? Okay.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the Hideaway.
Good.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
At least I'm getting a decent amount of experience from all this. Right, so we pick up the item that was just over here. And then go back to the Hideaway again. This entire section is just padding. Unnecessary padding.
We're seeing troops amass out every morning. No surprises there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
800 ability points. Nice.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Thanks. Let's have a look. So I ran into the dog. A nest of things somewhere in Dalmechia. He's an A rank. I knew I was right not to approach him. I fought a couple of B ranks. They were fine. That one was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it was alright. The C ranks are easy. That one's going to be an absolute bitch. And I don't know where it is. Muddy Murder in Old Hill. Right. Empty Hovel in Dalmechia. Which could actually be anywhere. It helps if I go to the right area, to be fair. It said empty hovel. It's going to be here, maybe. Bandit's Bed. Desert Gate. Okay, it's somewhere I've not been to yet. So my guess is it's going to be either down in the fields of Koraba or somewhere in there. That's a guess. Either way, I don't need to go there yet.
I think Mid might need some help.
I'll come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
What exactly is she doing if I'm doing all these?
Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
Of course it is.
So,
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously.
She
I've got all
hadn't.
the details
She's an
written
idiot.
down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right
I'm
away.
starting to really dislike the amount of obvious quests that are just padding. Like, this is not doing anything really to progress the story. Right, it's basically, right, we needed 3 parts making to get a ship. It's like, okay, well,
We're seeing troops amassing.
how about you make a ship, and then if you want a better ship, you can collect components as an optional objective. Like they do in, like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed or something.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
That makes sense.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance.
Who are they?
I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our 2 friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I mean, I'm obviously going with Jill.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Justinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so?
I'm literally going on a shopping quest.
Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
A shopping
You
quest.
two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Right, I'm not being funny, but this is actually a shopping quest.
Where's Jill?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stores, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised fresh cuts. Come and get them.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
Sure, whatever.
How the hell is anyone...
What do you want? If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
This is a main
Did you
story
find
quest.
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? what with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Hippocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the Hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
While I'm here, I may as well kill something. Because I know there's some scorpions that turn up at this riverbed. Or usually do anyway. I guess not this time. God, even the raptors aren't in this bush. Fine, these birds.
Sick of it. This one. Go for it. Stay down.
Okay. Back to the Hideaway.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
I still don't know who those two are.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course.
Of course.
Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
That was a lot.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
She's not done anything herself.
For it.
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Literally.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
You'd figure that out before building them, surely. That's what blueprints are for.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Yeah, that's fair.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
Too right, I've just outbuilt the fucking engine.
I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
I mean, now that I've finished it for her.
There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, that's given more side quests. Ah, I didn't know they came through on letters. I suppose that makes sense.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Oh, 3. Oh, automatically starts
nothing.
it.
But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Blacksmith's blues. I mean, I've just basically destroyed his elbow. Of course he's upset. Cheers for your help, Blackthorn. At the dumps the other day, thing is reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in. Yeah, that's fine. A bad feeling. Right. Something right with that hound of yours when it pleases your lordship, companion. Visit? Sure.
What could be wrong with Torgor? You seem well enough when I last saw him.
I won't prioritise that one. And then finally, off the record. What's that for? Open 10 letters. I was thumbing through the Hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Right. Hello, Trouble.
Trouble with the ledgers.
You okay?
Shouldn't you be asking Otto for help?
Huh? You getting hungry? Yeah. Okay. How long's it going to take?
30 minutes?
30 minutes? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be down in about 20ish then. Okay. Cool, well, let's put a timer on the stream. Alright, let's speak to Karen.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Oh, she's a piss take.
I didn't say I was wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him, which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay, so let's go speak to Hippocrates, but first...
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well... Karen showed me something.
Karen is useless. All she does is upset everyone.
I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. We can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
Can we really call him a master blacksmith if he doesn't know how to work armour or swords?
Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
So I'm going back to Karen. First I'm going to activate the final quest, because there's a fourth one up here. I say up here, but it looks like it's in the workshop. So, Blacksmith's Blues 2 is going to be more recipes.
Well, that's it. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you were mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that.
Okay.
Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Okay.
Alright. Why not?
That sounds basically like it'll then give me 2 potions for the price of 1.
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
Bomb ash,
Maybe a
easy.
sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
It's absolutely going to be an A rank.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Weird science. App name for this quest.
I think Mid might need some help.
Did you get my letter?
I wouldn't be here if I
That's why I'm
didn't.
here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders.
Love that.
And it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
We just don't tell him.
That, I would say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I've got to dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why?
He's got a point.
Well, who needs paying?
Everyone.
Oh, just Martha. And the Dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Damn it.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each.
Oh
5
my
million
god.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
How do you overlook 15 million gil?
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. It was something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really.
Bye then.
You know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe and all that.
And I'm in charge.
Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
And now I go to... Oh, no, first. Oh, it's not even an A rank. Where is it? The Croc. I don't know where that is. I'm not in the right bloody realm again. Okay, so where's the croc? I genuinely don't know. Yeah. It's not important just yet.
They told me she was building a ship.
I'll speak to Times first in case he wants me to go back to Karen.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Thanks. Okay. Elder antelopes.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? How were they?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmecian bloke.
God damn it, I'm going all over the continent.
And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Right, I'm literally going to everywhere. Wait, there's something to do here. No, it's the board. Let's travel to Martha's Rest first. Of course, Cressida's nearby.
We weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. It's a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Okay, Cressida's not actually too far away, but I'm going to go here first, then finish payback.
Nice talk. How the hell is anyone supposed
to... Did you hear?
The gate's to heaven.
I want to see you.
It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Yes, I have.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway.
Cute.
My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well.
That didn't take much convincing.
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
He will be. What we'll do, we'll travel to the Hideaway. And then we'll call it there, I think. Bit of a shorter one this time. But, you know, food to have and a night out to prepare for. Can't be online all the time, unfortunately. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Hope you've had fun. If you've enjoyed it, please do consider liking, following, subscribing, all that good stuff. And I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.